I'm fencing Michael Buckley in the Veteran Men's EP Canada Cup Finals. I haven't fenced Michael in about, I don't know, 10, 15 years. It's been a long time. I really don't remember how his style. And I did watch a bit of his semis, and it looked like he was a bit on the defensive side. So the initial game plan was to try to pull him out of the defensive, try to get him to do some attacks. And I think at the beginning I was just a bit too aggressive in trying to pull out an attack. I'm pushing really hard here, and on that first point he just waits for me to get too close. He's a pretty tall guy, and just direct attack in preparation, and clearly way too close for that point in the bout. There's no risk there. I'm still thinking about pushing him again a bit, just to see if I can, what opportunities present themselves. I see he's moving around a bit like that, but I think he was doing that all day, and here I just quick direct attack, and he still doubled off. And
Allez, Mike.
here I'm keeping a lot better distance, trying to wait him out, try to see if he tries an attack from a bad distance, try to low line there to see if I could surprise him, just to keep him off balance. And then I start an attack and then kind of give up, and then he just takes advantage when he sees I'm giving up from too close. So again, another distance mistake. Although I'm down 2 points, it's still really early in the bout, and I have lots of time to create attacks and generate opportunities. Here I decided to go with prise de fer in 8, and it works out. He started a counter second there, I just noticed, and I still had time to get through, but the main thing there is I caught him flat-footed, and that looks like it's a good action to try to recreate. So as this point starts, Mike's already adapted, and he's kind of trying to break distance to not let me have that same opportunity, the same timing to create that. And then I make a pretty big mistake there. I'm trying to catch him off guard when he's dancing around. It looked like he was ready for it. Maybe he was setting me up for it, but I really shouldn't be doing something like that from that far away.
Allez, Mike.
So Buckley is really in control of the point right now. We're doing everything on his terms, and I'm trying to take that away and uh, create opportunities for timing and distance. And again, he just finds the opportunity to attack me when I'm having a lapse in concentration or just not ready. And I think that's the third one where he's attacked on maybe a break in distance. Not so much preparation, but I'm pushing distance, and he's finding the right moment to um, jump in and surprise me. So I'm still pressing here. I'm trying lots of things offensively, but the whole bout's gone this way so far. And I get that hit there. I got a mistake from him. I think he thought I wasn't going to pursue any more attacks on that timing, but I saw that he was just a bit close and his arm was open. But still, I'm down 5-3 now. We've been fencing on his side of the piece the whole time. Most of the points have been on his terms. I think 2 points of my 3 were on my terms, and that means 5 were on his. I think the other one was a double, so it's really a good time to change. There's a minute left, no passivity chances, and I can just kind of slow down the bout. Here, again, I'm attacking. He misses his first one, and I know that I got the second riposte in, and I think they told me I was off piece there. That went to a video review, and in the end, I didn't get the point. There's about 45 seconds left in the period, and again, I'm really pressing, and I try another prise de fer that worked earlier on. I'm not sure exactly what he did, but he somehow angled his bell or his blade to create an opposition, and I wasn't able to get my point in, and he does a remise and hits me. So I think again at this point, 40 seconds left. This is a good spot for me to slow down the bout, get to the break, reevaluate. I probably should have done that at about 5-3 after I got that 1 point, but here we are, and I really don't like that I'm still pressing despite not having any consistent success. For this point, I realized that a few times his bell is in a location where it's very awkward for me to defend. A counterattack over it is not very realistic given his height, and any type of parry is really low percentage, or it has to be really big where I have to take a 6th really wide.
Allez, Mike.
And at this moment, I really don't have a solution for these other than just to try to keep big distance and try to see if I can find another opening. I just noticed here that I kept on trying to attack in preparation direct, and it's not there. He keeps on closing out my line in 6th, so he's sticking with the plan, and I'm really not adapting to what he's giving me. So I should be really trying a feint disengage there, or just looking for the forearm or wrist area, and if it's not there, disengage and try to find an opening that way. At the break, I think my coach and I talked mostly about using my speed and using my footwork, working for the points. It looked like I was trying to get easy points, and that's just not going to happen at this point. Here I try an attack in preparation, and he does the same 6th he's been doing all bout, and I think I flick back and I hit him somewhere around the shoulder area. Again, this isn't a high percentage action that's going to work. The solution has to be through some sort of compound action, and I'm really not adapting to that at this point. Here I just tried to make it look like I was done my preparation, just to give him a false sense of security and that I was gonna back away, and then instead I flash forward. So I thought I surprised him on that one, and obviously that's one of the better points I've had in the bout, so I was going to try to recreate that for the next point. I get the flesh to work again, but Mike is a very smart fencer, and he's going to try to adapt, and I think the most important thing for me at this point now is to try to still set up the same action, because it's the only one I've had success with, but be aware that he's going to try to disrupt my attack or my tempo, and he's going to have to change as well. You could see right off the beginning of that point, or he was not giving the distance as much, so he was already looking for a opportunity to attack in preparation or direct attack, whatever you wanted to do, and I was not ready for that clearly. So even though I'm down and still score points, I still have to respect the distance and be aware of that my opponent is going to be adapting as well. This is the same action he's been doing all about. I think that the opening is there on his advanced target, and he just takes me in sixth. Direct lunge. There's nothing fancy, quite simple, and I'm just not adapting. I should have known by now that I should be disengaging that or going high line, low line, or stepping back. Anything but just doing the same thing over and over again. There's still a minute 50 left, and I still am pressing. There's no real reason here for me to press. I've got lots of time to, even though he has 1 point more to score, I should still be taking lots of time, using the clock to my advantage, taking big distance. But I think this is just, again, another situation where I'm rushing for no reason, which is something I'm going to have to go work on in practice.